What's up, guys, and welcome back to Anime Making 3. And I'm back with part 2 of What If Naruto Returned from his training trip hating Konoha. Remember to get this one to 100 likes as usual. Share this to all of your friends on your social media platform. And if you're new and this is the first time you hear my voice, I indeed have 4 more channels: Anime King, Anime King 2, Anime Symbol, Anime Prince, guys, which I post what if on every single day for you guys to enjoy. All the links will be down in the description. And don't forget to turn on the bell notification to see when I post, because I do post a hell of a lot. And if you want your what if to be done by me, simply go ahead and comment your ideas on any of the latest posts, including this one. So without further ado or wasting more time, let us begin this now, guys. So, a bit of a recap for the last part that we left off. Something happened to Naruto when he fought Sasuke. Maybe it was Sasuke words, or perhaps it was years of hatred. It finally started to get to Naruto. Their looks, their glares. Even after all Sasuke did, most seemed to desire his safe return. Naruto tried to put himself in the same path, but believed that would never be something for him. Sasuke words had hit him deep. Konoha doesn't care about you. They just see you as a weapon. You will nothing, never be anything else. It had hurt Naruto badly. He tried his best to fight it off. He tried his best to tell Sasuke that he was wrong, but as weeks went by, things became more depressing for Naruto. Jiraiya started to see the changes as they were getting worse and worse. However, things became bad when Naruto tried to play hero, and because of him my entire family died. When the bandits came back and massacred them because of the humiliation they suffered by Naruto's hands. The son who survived cursed Naruto for making him an orphan just like him. He shouted and told Naruto that he was no hero, he was a monster, an abomination for what he did. Naruto was broken beyond disbelief. So much so that he found the bandits and massacred a lot of them. Jiraiya was astonished by the carnage and bloodshed. It scared him badly, yes it did. It terrified him down to his bones, as he couldn't believe what he saw. As time passed by, Naruto demanded to become stronger. Learning the secret of the Shadow Clone Jutsu, he demanded that Jiraiya stop wasting his time. Thus their training became more intense, more violent, more crazy. As the time passed by, Naruto went critical. Jiraiya was frightened as he arrived to feel an explosion of power, a terrifying force that swallowed the land. As Naruto was screaming and releasing all of his hate, all of his anguish. Too much power, he's gonna rip himself apart. Jiraiya shouted and begged him to stop, but Naruto would not listen. While that was going on, Naruto met his parents in a mindscape. Instead of accepting them, instead of loving them, Naruto was angry. He was violent. How could they do this to him, then go off and die? How could they leave him like this? He lost control to his mother, to his father. He saw them as the enemies, the ones that put him in this state. They begged with him, they pleaded him to stop, but Naruto refused as his power exploded outwards. Too much power was being released. It was threatening to destroy him. But Naruto did not care. He was tired. He just wanted it all to be over as he released a primal scream from the depths of his throat. So much power was released in that moment as everything went cataclysmic. An explosion that swallowed the land right there. Jiraiya awoke to see nothing. The Sannin collapsed down to his knees. He thought Naruto was dead at first, however. He found footprints scorched into the ground. He survived and went away. Jiraiya cried tears of joy knowing that, as he went after Naruto, but he was unable to find him. He returned back to the village with grave news. Sakura losing control for him losing Naruto. They were going to find him though. The toads could not even summon him, and that was concerning. 18 months went by. They've been searching for the past 18 months non-stop. They also heard some news. As they brought in all of the rookies, they had taken it really hard learning of Naruto's disappearance, but they weren't aware of the full truth. And now, a village that was here during the Third War, known as the Sky Village, a large quantity of them, leaving around 5 members out of thousands, were massacred. It was a startling realization, but all the survivors said Naruto Uzumaki was responsible. That is what he said when they asked him who he is. Other nations became aware of this, but the problem was they did not know exactly who Naruto Uzumaki was just yet, but it's only a matter of time. This was gonna change everything. As the others start to realize, if Naruto was capable of this, what does this mean? They grew concerned. Sakura trying her best to say that all of this was a mistake. Naruto would never do that unless he had a proper reason. Jiraiya continued the search as he found himself at a bar, simply taking a drink when Naruto suddenly arrived. But Naruto was not the same anymore. His hair was longer, his eyes were different, his presence was suffocating. When he admitted to massacring them, Jiraiya was caught off guard, having no idea just how much Naruto changed in the past couple of years. So yeah guys, basically that's what I thought. If you guys can switch across the playcheck for yourselves as we begin this new episode. It was just a few words. Let's go back home. I'm sure Granny Tsunade would also want to hear about what happened. Why? Why did just a few words make him feel so afraid? He didn't know, he didn't understand. Much explanation was not given. He promised to give it to him once they got back. It would be a waste of time not to just involve everyone, for them to learn of the truth. Jiraiya made it seem like there was something else. He wrote a quick note, sending a toad off to Konoha. Tsunade never expected this. The toad arrived and word reached her. She was happy at first. They found him. He was... Jiraiya note shows that he was concerned. He told her to be prepared just in case. Saying this about Naruto was not something she expected. Then again, the Naruto that she knew would never have wiped out an entire village, even if they were his enemy. She grew cautious, concerned. Thus, she kept the information to herself for now. She would be the one to speak to him first. On the road as they moved, he was so different. It wasn't just the features, yes, the long hair, and his eyes, with a black, red slitted pupil inside of it. But it was the aura, a sensation that made Jiraiya feel cautious, concerned. Yet, even as Naruto smiled, it looked dark. Even as he proclaimed himself to be the same, Jiraiya was having a hard time believing that he was. However, Jiraiya was a master when it came to things like these, as he pretended to play the fool for now, bringing Naruto back to the village, where he could be contained just in case. His message would have reached Tsunade. From what they've seen from the Sky Village, they would not take any chances. It didn't take them long, as they weren't that far away. Naruto breathed in the fresh air of Konoha. Jiraiya was recording all of his moves with his own eyes. He seemed happy, no, delighted. It's been so long since I've been home. Naruto, move! Jiraiya was caught off guard by the speed as Naruto stood on a tall pole, spreading his arms to the village. I'm home, he said. He seemed okay. He seemed okay with everything. Naruto's eyes focused on the monument, focusing on the fourth before switching to the fifth. Ah, finally getting the respect she deserved. I'm happy for her, said Naruto. He looked down. I'll meet you at the office, he said. He didn't give Jiraiya the chance as he moved off, making his way across from building to building. His eyes fixating on the people down below. They did not see him, they did not notice him. His expression was calm, too relaxed. Naruto landed outside. The moment he touched down, the envoys reacted. He could sense each and every one of them, but he pretended to be the fool. He knocked on the window. As he proceeded to lift it up, he slipped inside. Jiraiya had already made his way around, stepping through the door. Tsunade did not turn her back to him. She was already on her feet. The moment Naruto stepped inside, she whacked him over the head, knocking him down to the ground. This served two purposes. One, she was pissed. Two, she wanted to see for herself as Naruto collapsed on the ground, rubbing the back of his head. What was that for, Granny? He said. She looked down, judging his reaction. That was for making us think that you were dead for the past 18 months. She shouted at him, and for running away from Jiraiya and not giving any goddamn explanation. Do you have any idea, she said, reaching down and grabbing him by the shirt, how much people you had concerned here? She looked deep within his eyes, noticing that they were different. However, the look that he gave her was the same. But there was a strange feeling that she couldn't put her finger on. Well, I guess I do need to explain, he said to her. She pulled him to his feet as she threw him towards the couch. Yes, explain from the beginning. Naruto exhaled. I was depressed. The words silencing everyone in the room. Sasuke leaving the village affected me more than I thought. I felt responsible for not being able to save him. I blamed myself for the longest time. I wanted to feel like a hero, so I got involved in something I shouldn't. And because of me, a boy no longer has his parents. He said that it was my fault, and it reminded me of not being able to save Sasuke. I was broken. I tried to fight it off like I normally do, but I couldn't. And I lost it. I couldn't go on anymore. His voice even broke as he spoke. I wanted to reach out to Jiraiya. I tried, but I kept on holding myself back. I tried my best, but I just couldn't. A part of me felt so horrendous, horrible, knowing that I did something that I never wanted to ever do. Be responsible for someone not having family, having grown up without any. It was hard. I couldn't take it. I just wanted the pain to go away. I started to expel my chakra so much. It was killing me. And a part of me wanted to stop, but another did not. That's how I met my parents. They were both shocked at those words. Turns out they sealed fragments of their chakra inside of me. on the night of the Nine-Tails attack. I know why you two never told me. To protect me, said Naruto. I was angry, very much so. But after speaking to them, I left. I went to the ancestral home of the Uzumakis. I found things. I learned things. I wanted to learn who Naruto Uzumaki is, without the Nine Tails, without the pressure of the village, without the pressure of being a jinchuriki. I wanted to learn who I was. And I believe I had. If I never did what I did, I don't think I would be alive right now. I do apologize for leaving without any explanation, but it did do me some good. His confession calmed them down a bit. However, they continue. The Sky Village? Oh, Naruto said, getting to his feet. They noticed my headband. At first, I stepped in to help them, but there was a man known as Shino. He used me, the Nine-Tail hatred and corruption. He used it to power the beast known as the Zero Tails, a mass of abomination. That sole purpose was to corrupt and destroy. We fought. The power explosion ripped the village apart. And then they came after me. Every single one of them. It was their desire to kill me where I stood and come for Konoha and burn it. So I did the next best thing. I laid waste to them. He turned and looked Snade directly in the eyes as he stepped forward. I slaughtered every single one of them to make sure that they were no threat to my village, no threat to my home. I then destroyed the airship, bringing it down, to make sure that Konoha would never face such atrocities. They wanted to know who I was, who was responsible, so I gave them my name. Naruto said, his expression calm. Snade's expression was calm as well, but on the inside she was concerned. The casualty he spoke about committing genocide. Yes, they were the enemy, but Naruto wiped out the entire village. Civilians, innocent people had to be there. And he knew that. But the look in his eyes were not the same anymore. And she wasn't just talking about the features. So you did all of this to protect the village? Yes, Naruto said. As I said, I am truly deeply sorry for leaving without an explanation. Can you ever forgive me? Both of you, he said. Looking at them both as he spoke, his eyes moving from one to another. Jiraiya opened his mouth, but Snade spoke up. Yes, we'll forgive you, she said. But with strict conditions. You will never do that again. If you do, I will take that headband away from you. Am I understood? Of course, Naruto said. Secondly, you are not just Naruto Uzumaki. You are Naruto Uzumaki of Konoha. And it doesn't matter what you're going through. You have friends here that will always stand by you. It doesn't matter what you want to talk about. Reach out. I know very well about depression. And you know that as well. The first day when you met me, you saw the state I was in. But you were the one that gave me hope once again. And I would be damned if I just stand by and allow the same thing that happened to me to happen to you. Do you understand what I'm saying? She said, showing love in your own, angry way. Yes, I do, he said with a smile. Now, there's a lot more people that you have to make up to for your absence, including your teammate and all the other rookies that are aware. Go and come back later. We still have a lot to discuss about your trip around the Elemental Nation and your visit to the land of the Uzumakis. Am I understood? She said. Naruto nodded as he turned to Jiraiya. Sorry for worrying you, he said. Jiraiya noticed in the look that Tsunade was giving him, accepted Naruto's words with ease. The moment he was gone, Jiraiya turned towards her. I am no fool, said Tsunade. I saw it as well. Something is different. I'm not just talking about him committing genocide like it is nothing. Something is wrong with him. He is Naruto, but at the same time, this sensation, this feeling. Yet again, his words, they felt so genuine. They felt so real. But there is something else I can't put my finger on. And from what I can see with that short interaction, willingly, he will never truly tell us what is going on. So we will find out. We will use this to buy time, to learn exactly what happened, and to know what he is capable of now. Jiraiya looked at her. He had that look in his eyes, as she had this look on her face. The both of them immediately knew what each other was thinking. If it comes down to it, if this Naruto posed to be a threat to everyone's well-being, including the village, they would have to take care of him. It was the last thing that Tsunade even wanted to think of. But this person was entirely different from the boy that saved her. She immediately called her people. The Anvus arrived. She thought about the Uzumaki Island. She hadn't even think about the Uzumakis in years, despite being part Uzumaki herself, just a small part though from her grandmother. But still, she wanted to know everything that was going on. Gather your best scouting team, she said. I have a mission for them. Time skip. Sakura was walking down the street, her mind elsewhere. Since the meeting, she could not take her mind off it. The Sky Country. 3,000 shinobis, all of them dead. Naruto's name being attached to it. She's been replaying that in her head for days now. The witness description. They call him a monster. A cold, wicked shinobi, whose eyes were empty, lifeless, soulless. They said that they were terrified down to their very bones. She turned down a quiet street, lost in her thoughts when suddenly, arms wrapped around her from behind. Her combat instincts triggered immediately. She was already channeling chakra to her fists to break the hold when suddenly, hey Sakura-chan. She froze. That voice. The arms released her as she spun, nearly losing balance as she did so. As Naruto stood there, his hands now resting in his pockets, wearing the same dark cloak that she heard about in the reports. However, he was different. Taller, perhaps even taller than Kakashi-sensei. As his shoulders were broader, his face had lost all trace of the boyish nature about him. His hair was longer, but his eyes caught her off guard. They looked so different. It was like he was staring into her soul. Naruto? I'm back, he said. The words failed to leave her mouth because she had so much to say. All of them seemed to jumble within that moment. I know that you have questions, he said. His tone was casual, almost too casual. And I'll explain everything. But first, could you do me a favor and gather everyone? All of your friends, he said. I'm sure that your friends are all concerned about my disappearance. Sakura did not focus too keenly on his words as he spoke. Her mind still trying to process everything that he was here after so long. 18 months of nothing. Sakura-chan, are you okay? Yes, it's just, She took a breath. He was so close to her. He's grown so handsome. She shook her head. What the hell was she thinking? It's just, I thought that you were dead, Naruto said. He waved it off. Not quite, he said. As I said, I will explain everything, he said, reaching out and gently placing a hand on her shoulder. Everything is gonna be fine. The moment he made contact with her shoulder, she felt something off. A shiver went down her spine. As she looked towards the hand, "Oh, okay, I'll get them," she said. "Thank you," he said. "Let us meet up at the training ground, like the old days," he said to her. She nodded, and he was gone. He vanished in a blur. She was left there speechless. Time skip. A couple minutes later, Kiba, Shino, Hinata, Shikamaru, Ino, Chojin, Neji, Tenten, Lee. They were all gathered as Sakura had brought them in record time. As they all stood in a circle, a rather loose circle as they relaxed. But the tension was thick in the air. "What is going on?" Kiba said. "Sakura, what was so urgent?" However, Kiba stopped. Something was wrong. It was Akamaru. Akamaru had grown large. His ears immediately went down. The dog seemed terrified as a whimper left his throat. "Akamaru," Kiba said. "What's wrong, boy?" Kiba then felt it, a sensation in the ear. They had no idea where he came from. What they knew was one moment he wasn't there, the next. "Hey there, guys." The entire training field erupted into chaos. "Naruto," Lee said. Rushing towards him, "My friend, you are alive." "I see the flames of youth burning in you once more," he said. Naruto? "Holy crap," Kiba said. "Is that really you?" "Naruto-kun?" Hinata said, blushing, her face turning red like she was gonna pass out. Ino was shocked. Choji, stop eating for a moment. Tenten was surprised. Was this really the same kid from all those years ago? Shikamaru's eyes were observing Naruto in a strange way. As he looked at every part of him, Neji was also doing the same as well. "Hey everyone," he said. "Sorry for worrying you all," he said to them. "Sorry?" Kiba exploded. "You disappeared for a year and a half. Everyone thought you were dead and we heard that. You destroyed the entire army. And that's all you have to say? Sorry?" "Yeah, where have you been?" Ino said. "What's going on?" "Are you well?" Shino questioned, his voice calm as he looked at Naruto. Naruto, Sakura said, stepping forward. "We heard about the Sky Village. What happened there?" Everyone finally went quiet to listen what he had to say. "Oh, that. Yeah, I suppose you guys want to know about that. Around 3,000 people died. The survivors said you did it alone," said Neji. "I did." The way he casually said it had them feeling concerned. They were planning to attack Konoha. They were planning to bring down the Hidden Leaf. "So, you alone fought over 3,000 shinobis," Tenten said. "I defended our home, although I must say, I was a bit overwhelmed. And a lot of them died because of the monster that they created. An abomination that feed off the negativity of a person. Most of the explosions caused hundreds of deaths. So I can't take all the credit for myself." "Yet you made it sound so simple," Shikamaru said, as his gaze was constantly checking Naruto out in a suspicious way. "Well, it was necessary. Sometimes that is all that matters," Naruto said. That's not something that Naruto would say. They thought to themselves, was this really Naruto, or perhaps him being out there by himself changed him that much? "I'm happy to reunite with all of you though," he said, his tone becoming bright. "I missed everyone. A lot has changed, hasn't it? You've all become stronger, I can tell." "You've changed as well, perhaps even more than any of us," Kiba said. "You even smell different." "I do?" "Yes. Well, I was away for about 2.5 years with Jiraiya, before I went away for the past 18 months by myself. But it's still me. The one you call your friend," Naruto said. Where were you all this time? Hinata finally managed to muster out. The Uzumaki ancestral home, said Naruto. A lot was revealed to me in my training. I went there to truly find myself. Sakura hesitated. Jiraiya said that you tried to kill myself, Naruto said for her, seeing that she wasn't going to finish it. The statement had all of them flinching. Yeah, I was in a very dark place, but I'm better now. Very much so. Are you sure, Shikamaru questioned. Of course. Why wouldn't I be? Because you're standing there talking about committing suicide and committing mass slaughter like you're discussing the weather like it's a normal day, said Shikamaru. Naruto and Hinata said, taking a small step. I'm glad you're safe, but we were so worried. Thanks, Hinata, said Naruto, resting a hand on her shoulder. She blushed even deeper, but something felt wrong. That means a lot, Naruto said to her. So what now? Choji questioned. You're just back? For good? For good? This is my home. Where else would I go, said Naruto. Lee pumped his fist as he threw an arm around Naruto's shoulder. Lee felt a weird sensation. This is wonderful, he said. Naruto smiled. Easily, he said. I missed you too. As Lee pulled back, questions start to submerge. Comments about his hair, his eyes, his height, everything. However, Shikamaru and Neji kept their gaze. Neji activated his Byakugan. He saw nothing out of the ordinary, which was strange. As he talked to them, his chakra seemed to be fluctuating strangely, but at the same time it was so calm, Neji couldn't describe it. Sakura felt uneasy. Something was just different. Later that evening, Ino was on her way home, her mind still spinning from what took place. Naruto was back, alive, changed, but alive. But it wasn't only that he was beautiful even, isn't it? She jumped as she turned to see Naruto lean against the wall. Naruto, she said, placing a hand to her chest. You scared me, she said, as she placed a hand to her chest. What are you doing here, she questioned him. Just enjoying the night. It's a rather beautiful one, isn't it? I thought I would take a walk, and I saw you. Funny running into you. Funny? You're near my apartment. Your apartment? Yeah, I moved out some time ago. Why, if I might ask? Me and my parents got into a lot of arguments. Not to say that I won't go back home, but just, I like to have my own space. Even though the compound is large, it's like, well, I do have it to fall back on, but you get what I mean, she questioned. No, not really. Oh, sorry, she said, as she forgot she was talking to an orphan. It's okay, said Naruto. Nothing to apologize for. So, do you need something, she said. Not really. Just felt like talking, he said, pushing himself off the wall. It's been a long time. Felt like we could catch up. Oh, okay. She said, relaxing. I mean, we kind of catch up earlier, but that was for everyone, said Naruto. This is for us. Just us. There was something about the way he said just us. So he said, how have you been? Still working at the flower shop with your mother, despite everything. Oh yeah. I'm also training with Tsunade-sama. Obviously, she said. Obviously. You've gotten stronger, Naruto said. I can tell by just looking at you. You can? I mean, I've been doing a lot of work lately. Tsunade-sama is an incredible teacher. It shows, Naruto said as his eyes swept over her. Ino felt a bit self-conscious. You've changed a lot. You've grown up and become, he paused for a moment, spectacular. Her cheeks became a bit red. Spectacular? Of course, Naruto said as he stepped forward. You've always been pretty, but now, you're beautiful, gorgeous, and like I said, spectacular. Her mind went blank. Was Naruto Uzumaki flirting with her? Her mind struggling to understand if that was going on. Thank you. I mean, you're blushing, he said, stating it with a rather amusing tone as he spoke. I'm not, she said, even as she felt her face burning hotter. You definitely are. He was closer now. She smelled his aroma. It felt so strong, powerful. It's cute, said Naruto. Cute. Ino looked at him. I should probably go inside, she said. Probably, said Naruto as he did not move. Wouldn't want anyone to get the wrong idea, seeing us out here alone. Wrong idea? She squeaked. You know, he said. People talk, especially in this village. Right, yeah. People talk, she said, as she agreed. Anyway, he said, finally stepping back. I'll be going now. Just wanted to say hi and tell you how amazing you look. Thank you, she whispered. See you around, Ino, he said. She nodded, still shocked. What the hell just happened? Meanwhile, Sakura had went to the office after thinking it over. Sakura, what? Something is wrong with Naruto. Tsunade's expression shifted immediately. She was hoping for something like this. She wanted the others to see for themselves without her telling them that Naruto was back. Explain. I don't know what it is exactly, but he's different. I'm not just talking about him maturing because of his trip. It's hard to explain. The way he talks, the way he moves, the way he looks at people. It's like he's Naruto, but at the same time not Naruto. It's more than off. When we talk about the Sky Village, about him killing thousands of people, he was so casual, like it was nothing. He said he did it to defend Konoha. I know, but it's just the Naruto I knew would never casually talk about something like that and move on so easily. Tsunade was trying to see. People change, Sakura, especially after a trauma. I know, and I am concerned, but it's just the way he looks at me. The way he placed his hand on my shoulder, I'm concerned. Do you think there is something more at play here, Sakura questioned. Tsunade looked at her for a long moment. Close the door. Sakura was confused. She did as she was told though. I'm about to tell you something. What is it? I'm concerned as well. You are? Yes. Naruto is different. I want you to do something for me. As his teammate, I want you to monitor him. Keep an eye on him. Different than just anything else. You know him. You knew his mannerism. I want you to compare them and tell me everything. I'm starting to get concerned. Is everything's gonna be okay? I want to make sure. Can you do that for me? Of course. The next day, it was Ino that came to find her. What's wrong? Sakura said. Well, Naruto came by last night. He what? Sakura said. He was waiting outside my apartment when I got home. We talked for a bit and Ino blushed. He was flirting with me. He what? Shh, not so loud. As Sakura had burst out, causing everyone to look their way. He was flirting with you? Sakura said, wondering if she was hearing right. I mean, I think so. He called me beautiful, spectacular, and cute. It was flattering, actually. Ino, that doesn't sound like Naruto. I know. That is what makes it strange. A bit intriguing, Ino said. I spent the whole of last night thinking about it. I mean, he's gotten so much taller, so mature. Obviously, really stronger. He became quite the looker. Sakura blinked. Snap out of it, she shouted back, forcing to lower her tone once again as everyone looked their way. I'm just saying that he's changed a lot. He's confident now, more assured. It's kind of mysterious even. Ino sighed. Hot, actually, she said. What the hell are you talking about? Sakura demanded, her voice rising. This is Naruto. Our Naruto. The idiot that used to pull pranks on everyone and eat ramen for every meal. Yeah, but this is different. That was the old Naruto, but this one is different. Better, maybe. Sakura fist clenched on the table. She wanted to punch something. Maybe Ino in the face. There is nothing wrong with him changing, Ino said. People do change. Remember, he's been through a lot. That can really change people. I've seen it firsthand, Ino said. Her father had treated a lot of people who was trying to end their own life. The realization that you had nothing to live for sometimes affects you in a way that most couldn't understand. But all Sakura wanted to do was scream. Finally though, as Naruto was walking down the street, Kakashi arrived. He just landed beside Naruto as he was walking casually. It's been a while, Sensei. Indeed it has, said Kakashi. I heard you were back. I thought I should come see you myself. See how you were doing. Well, you have changed. As most people do when they grow. Well, I'm not a kid anymore, Sensei. I can see that very clearly. But I am concerned as well. I heard what is going on. The Sky Country. It was a necessity, said Naruto. That's the word you want to use. Yes, said Naruto. They were a threat to this village. So I killed them. After all, if I did not, they would have killed our people. I see. You know, most times this world shows us who we truly are. I heard from Jiraiya that you went on a spiritual journey of sorts. Do you remember what you said on the bridge when you first defeated Haku? What you said to Zabuza about this world? Of course, Naruto said. I didn't want to become a monster like them. If that is what it means to be powerful. Kakashi wanted to see for himself. From what you could tell, this was Naruto, but he was so different. Naruto smiled towards him. I realized some time ago, killing people don't make you a monster, especially if it means protecting people that you are supposed to care about. Naruto said, placing a hand on Kakashi's shoulder. Kakashi seemed to miss Naruto's words despite being so focused, as the hand on his shoulder felt rather strange. Kakashi could not describe the feeling. As Naruto released him, they walked and they talked about how things have changed in Konoha. But Kakashi wasn't just here to talk. Tsunade wanted to see what he was capable of. She wanted to see just how much Naruto has grown. So tomorrow they would test him. You will, Naruto said. Well, I am still your sensei, Kakashi said with an eye smile. See you then, sensei. Naruto proceeded to watch as he left. As he made his way off, after his conversation with Kakashi, Ino saw him again. He was just walking down the street. Naruto, she said. He turned and stopped. Ino, he smiled. Fancy seeing you here, he said. 2 days now, she said to him. Are you following me or something? Would you mind if I was? The question was playful, but there was something underneath it that made her pulse quicken. Well, no, She laughed nervously. So, where are you heading? She said. Nowhere particular. I've been away for so long. I'm just taking in all the sights. On your way home? Yeah. I just finished some errand at the shop, she said. The flower shop, right? Your family has been running that for generations, Naruto said. You know about that, she said. Surprised about his information detail. Of course. The Yamanaka flower shop. Your family is an integrated part of Konoha. Interrogation specialist. Mind transfer technique. Your family is a big part of this village. And what makes it, well, what it is. Ino felt flustered under the praise. And you, said Naruto, you inherit the best of it all. The beauty of the flowers, the sharpness of the interrogation, and the strength of a kunoichi. Naruto, she said, her cheeks blushing, as they walked in some peaceful silence as she tried to calm down. They arrived towards her apartment. Well, this is me. You're not gonna invite me in? We were having such an amazing conversation. She blinked as she was caught off guard. Oh, sure, we can talk some more. It was innocent, she thought to herself, just the both of them having a conversation. As he stepped inside, the place was modest, but the decorations made it spectacular in his eyes. The look alone made her feel flattered. It's beautiful. Very much you, he said to her. Thanks. I moved out about a year ago. Just wanted my own space. I understand, said Naruto. Free to do whatever you like. You've become an artist, he said. As he saw the painting, clearly it was hand-drawn. How do you know? I have an eye for these things. I picked it up not too long ago. What do you think? A bit on the rush side. She looked towards him. Most people that she show this, some just want to flatter her, telling her how amazing it looked. Naruto was not the first guy that she brought here. Well, she hasn't done anything, don't get her wrong. But she had dated before, but nothing never truly came of it. However, they just did so to get with her. But she never went that far. But he told her the truth. He saw rooms for improvement. She didn't feel insulted. It was like a critic taking a look at her work. It was mostly flower painting though, and she painted the pot and the flowers. You've really grown into yourself, said Naruto. Not just physically. Well, that part is very obvious. Confidence, your presence. It's attractive. Attractive, she said. Yes, very. You must know that. I'm sure that there are thousands of guys within Konoha. That has to stop when you walk by and look your way. Well, I have been on a few dates. Nothing special though. No, that surprised me. A woman like you. I thought you would be beating them off with a stick. A woman like me, she said. Beautiful, intelligent, strong. Each word's perfectly describing what you are. You would be a man's luckiest dream. The ear started to thicken as Ino blushed. Can I tell you something, said Naruto. Something personal. Okay, she said. I'm not a virgin, said Naruto. The bluntness of the statement had her coughing on ear, as it took a moment for her to settle down. What was that you were saying? During my travels, I came across a few girls. Not many, but enough to learn things. Learn things? At first I was embarrassed. If I have to say, it was fast. Ino's face went red as she realized what he was saying. But as time went by, I got better. His fingers slowly crawling across the wood on the table. I learned that you can't be selfish about these things. What do you mean? She said, as she played with her fingers. Pleasure in a woman, said Naruto. You have to learn what makes them happy, what they need, what they want. You can't just rush into it for your own pleasure. Take your time. Learn their desire and their body. She felt like she couldn't breathe. When had the room became so hot? The sounds they make, the way they respond to each touch. Every woman is like a snowflake, different, unique. She had no idea when they were so close to one another, as they were inches away. You're trembling. Are you cold? He questioned. No, the opposite. That's good, said Naruto, his hand warm and gentle, tracing circle on the back of her hands. Is this okay? He questioned. She couldn't think, she couldn't breathe. The sensation was overwhelming. She moved, overwhelmed by it all, and she kissed him. Not her first kiss, but when he reciprocated, it was electric. Before she knew it, he had picked her up in his arms. Naruto, I know, he said. It's okay. I'll take care of you. I'll treat you like the spectacular princess that you are. And he did. Ino found herself brought into something soft, inviting. It was never overwhelming. The pleasure was exploding. Hours, yes, you heard that right. Hours. Time skip. When Ino woke up, her mind immediately understanding where she was. Unfortunately though, Naruto wasn't there. She immediately sat up. The blanket falling off, she was still completely naked. She looked around. Last night was incredible. But he was gone. She felt pain in her chest. How could he just... She smelled something. She got dressed and made her way, only to arrive to see breakfast prepared. Slept well, Naruto said. Her mind burned with memories. Yes. Good, said Naruto. I hope you don't mind. I helped myself to your kitchen. Figured that you would be hungry. You made me breakfast, she said, stating the obvious. Of course. What kind of person would I be if I just ran out? She felt relief. I thought when I woke up and I'm not that guy, said Naruto. Last night meant something to me. It wasn't just a random hookup. It's not? No, you're special. Last night was special. Ino sat down. It was my first time. I know, said Naruto. And I hope it was everything that you wanted it to be. It was more, she said, as she admitted quietly. Much, much more. Good, he said with a smile. Unfortunately though, I have to leave soon. They want me to demonstrate my abilities, to see how much I've grown over the years. But what's another hour or two when spending time with you, he said. Her cheeks were so red she felt like she was going to pop. She was overwhelmed, excited, happy. She couldn't believe what happened. As she ate, moving through, excited and blissful for the moment. His eyes watched her. The problem was, his eyes did not show the same that she did. There was no love. Every now and again, people tend to not hear what he was saying. The way he talked, the way he described situations, and the way he looked at them. Snady was right. Something was wrong with him. Not to say that he wasn't Naruto. Of course he was Naruto. But he was different. Far, far different than anyone could even imagine. And what was this to him? Did he really love her? Well, obviously not. Was he manipulating her for his own good? Perhaps. It was hard to tell what was going on in his mind right now, or what he was up to. However, he surely does not waste time. Days it took, and he found himself with Ino, and now they will know a piece of his strength. But guys, be ends episode right here. If you want to see next part, obliterate that red subscribe button and stay in tune, guys. But I'm over now. Peace.